taste. Don't saw it. We have to wait.
I would guess watermelon based on the colors on the bottle. Between like the lime color bottle wrap and the like pinkish color liquid, I have to assume that's watermelon. Is it not watermelon? What?
Let's say it's peach.
I'm being completely thrown for a loop. Oh, the thumbnail was actually the right thumbnail. Yay!
Mango.
Mango. Yeah.
Mango? What? Did you pour that into that bottle? How is it not orange?
I don't know. Ask vitamin water.
I'm just so confused why they like did the label wrap in a lime green color and they'd have the liquid like a pinkish color. Oh, it's tropical mango. I see. Tropical changes everything. Is there such thing as a non-tropical mango? Is that even a real thing? Aren't all mangoes tropical by definition?
I would think so.
They should label the product like there should be a dollar store version of that that's like grocery store mango instead of tropical mango, and it's just like bottom of the barrel mango. Yeah, bottom of the barrel mango product.
It's over here.
Fresh pressed mango reject fruit beverage.
I think I've got everything I've done.
Oh yeah. Feel free to test some rolls if you want to make sure all that's good.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see.
Oh yeah. Roll accomplished. I saw Deb went in there and fired some dice earlier.
Is there a way to host things on YouTube like live streams? I don't think there is.
I don't think so. I'm not aware of it. I don't think there is. I don't think there's any rating or hosting functionality on YouTube Live yet.
So lame.
Yeah, I know that's something that like more serious YouTube streamers have been like clamoring for.
It's like so popular on Twitch. It's a thing on Twitch, so YouTube should take note of that and do it also. Like,
yeah, I'm actually, things are like angling in the direction that I thought they were. I saw Tim the Tapman started streaming on YouTube as of like a couple days ago, so like that's actually pretty huge. I imagine there's going to be a lot more people like migrating from Twitch to YouTube like in the not too distant future.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, it's bittersweet in a way because I feel like Twitch fosters communities way better than YouTube does, but it's just so much easier to make content and then have it automatically exist where you want it to. And if you have a big audience on YouTube, just to leverage that into viewers potentially. So it's like, there's a lot of upside to it.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
But they got to get up to snuff.
Yeah,
Panos, what are you doing? Don't send money. Don't send money back to me. It was supposed to be yours.
That's the whole point, right?
This is like the worst war to wage of all time. It's just like, here, you take $50. No, you take $30. It's just like, no. Thank you, dude.
I love it.
Chucking cash at each other this stream. This is how we become like Mr. Beast over time. Like we'll just slowly be throwing money at each other and somehow it'll earn us money. I don't know how, but it just will.
Look at those cool emotes. It's definitely worth it for that low price. Definitely worth it.
The only thing I hate that Streamlabs doesn't let me put you can't chat directly in the client. It's like really annoying. Like YouTube apparently suppressed the ability to do that, so I have to open up a little window.
So like a pop-up, or is it a different app?
It's like literally a browser window that I just make very tiny and fit into that space. It's very silly.
Doesn't know. YouTube doesn't know.
Yeah, they completely bollocks that up.
That's quite good.
Did the kind people at the Keylime server got the update that we're streaming right now?
I don't know. It's hard
I saw the message came through that everyone tagged.
Cool. That's good.
Let's say I did blast everyone that we were streaming early, but knowing that it's like a weird off time that might throw people off anyway, because some people might be driving home from work or whatever. So it's all good regardless. I also saw Deb revived like a 4-month-old post that I made to coax me into posting the rest of the videos. Lol. All of a sudden I saw I got a comment. I was like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, God damn it. Oh man, do you guys remember where we left off?
Didn't I put a little summary in last week before we started?
Didn't you put a what?
Like, I think I wrote last week what we were going into, and then we couldn't play. So it was like the guy got dragged out of the church kicking and screaming.
He
And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got plans for him," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," because it's not at all going to be like the Wicker Man.
Yeah,
I have no
that's
suspicions
right.
whatsoever.
Yep, there was that, and then what was it? You essentially ended the episode with like Arena and Ismark in the trees, and you gave them the lowdown on why you told them to run away. So it's kind of you're in this like
Bait and
high
roll.
alert state.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm gonna say. Why is this place thought to be safe? I have questions.
Because they probably have some kind of alliance towards a certain someone somehow, and they probably has given him something back in return to keep that peace and comfort, presumably there.
I just love how they were like, yeah, Valaki's the safest place in Barovia, and we were just getting closer and closer to the castle. I'm like, oh yeah, this checks out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, isn't that literally Strahd standing over there looking at us? It's like,
Did he
it's
wave
fine.
Hello, hello.
It's safe over here. I don't know what your problem is.
Got in immediately murdered by 6 vampires, but you know, whatever, it's safe.
Yeah. Henrik's paying for that though. Poor dude. That big hulking brute man is gonna punch the crap out of him.
Yeah, and all his crazy, creepy dolls. I want to find out where those dolls are coming from.
There is a way that you could find out that information. There's like parts of this town that you haven't yet explored just yet.
Too
Two
much
of
to
note,
do.
I think.
There's so much to do.
But now you're also in this like panicked what's happening state. So who knows what's gonna happen as the intro rolls. Oh god. Still at 10,000 decibel. Every time it catches me off guard.
What is that noise?
It's like I just go deaf every time this plays.
Doesn't need the ear, it just needs his voice. To be a DM, you don't need ears.
Man.
Ears are overrated.
That's good to know.
Oh wait, I didn't set up our targets. Oh no.
Too late. Too late.
All right, I'll just wing them around on the fly as I'm like giving overviews and stuff. It'll all make sense. If I was really fast, I could try and do it in the like weird editor mode thing, but it's too late. Literally looking at Strahd sitting in his little throne.
Much faster. Okay, spoilers is always fun.
All right, good. I can actually hear it again. Jesus Christ.
Yay!
And welcome everybody. Oh, none of us are even in the frame. Sick. Welcome everybody to the Curse of Strahd. We are the Invisible Stream team here to play the game. It's the cool new thing where you don't actually see the players, you just hear them. It's like a podcast, but that for some reason there's cutouts where we're there. It's one of those kinds of things. So get excited. All right, I fixed it, sort of. But now we're all in the wrong boxes. This is where I casually drag us around real quick and act like, all right, great, everyone's fine now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Technical difficulties are behind us. But yes, welcome. We're glad to have everybody back. Hopefully, all the folks had fun on the previous Panos stream as with the Among Us. I saw Mr. Panos take it home before I had to leave, murdering everyone as the imposter. It was excellent.
They let me do that because I'm hosting the stream, so they have to let me win once in a while.
Every now
So
and
it
then,
makes sense.
just
Yeah.
a
Not
mercy
even
rule.
remotely true.
It doesn't work the other way. Like I will give up playing, so they don't have anyone to play with if I do that. So
I was gonna say, is it like one of those things where people get a feel that you're the imposter because you didn't die right away? Because like if you were a crew, like you'd probably get ganked like immediately.
Yeah, they're like, well, Soul died first, so Callie, where were you the rest of that time? I'm like,
Everyone knows. Everyone's like, pet targets that they jam after.
It's also, well, somebody died real fast that round. Where was Calithos?
They just know you're like spamming the murder button the entire time. You're like, please, 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 please.
Yeah. It's also when the doors get closed in everybody's faces, they're like, it's Callie.
They just know.
They
Oh
know.
God. But
they know.
We are here to play some Dungeons and or Dragons. No dragons yet in the campaign, but certainly dungeons as far as this campaign's concerned. Our crew has been left in Vallaki. They thought it was safe. They have determined that safety is a very relative term, apparently, because it has not seemed very safe based on the interactions they've found thus far. But the most recent turn of events was they visited the Burgomaster. Burgomaster was not too thrilled with the fact that there was all this bad deed stuff going on within his town. The vampires were there. He had no clue. They took Henrik, the poor little coffin shop owner, punched him in the face, knocked him out, like straight up World Star Hip Hop video where Isaac just laid him out and then started dragging him out of the house, out of the church, I should say. But not before Augage was able to telepathically link with Ismark and Arena saying, GTFO, weird dude is coming. So fortunately they were safely hidden in the bushes with the assistance of Saya, and the Festival of the Blazing Sun is literally the next day on top of all this. So it's kind of, Valaki's gone a little berserk in the last session even. It's gotten a lot more chaotic, I would say. How are you guys feeling about Vallaki at the moment?
I don't like it here. I want to go home. Saya's not a fan.
If you guys ever get out of Barovia, I can just imagine the the party that you guys are going to host immediately thereafter, just popping bottles all over the place.
Not
Yeah,
Barovian wine.
Saya's gonna go back to the Underdark and be like, so I thought it sucked down here, but whew, let me tell you about the surface.
Well,
I don't know, Moonpun is self-doubting everything twice, regardless of what it is, especially those people's, that their motives looks a little bit weird, and how everything goes out peacefully, at least in the surface, looks even more suspicious when you consider what goes around the whole continent.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of the theme that I've observed, as if I was pretending I'm not the GM right now, is that Barovia seems like a land that's full of false promise. It's kind of here's these little children. Oh wait, their house is a murder house, and then here's this town that's supposed to be safe. P.S. Vampires hiding in the coffin maker, and the Burgomaster seems like a dick, kind of. So it's lots and lots of bait and switches as far as I've seen thus far. But I guess we will see how this continues. But literally where we left the party was the Burgomaster and Isaac, his big bulky bodyguard man who doesn't seem to have a sense of humor and was not beholden to Augie's charms, have been dragging Henrik back to the Burgomaster's mansion, and they are in behind the church talking to Ismark and Arena, basically saying, what the F? And we can pick things back up right there as I play some sad music, as is the theme for this show.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my.
It's just to make a positive atmosphere, to feel more optimistic about what's gonna happen, right?
That's right. Just to really set the mood. So the literal last words that Arena said at the end of the episode was, "We have to get out of here."
Where do you want to go exactly?
I don't know. I thought this was our sanctuary, but it hasn't come to fruition at all. The church was fine, and then suddenly there's people getting punched in the face and dragged out of buildings, and some creepy man stalking me, apparently. This doesn't seem safe at all.
Oh.
To be fair, I don't think they know you're staying at the church, so you might be able to stay there a little longer.
Problem is, you guys were hiding here, right? So this was the only place you guys could be safe. So if we live here, where do we go next? Do you have any ideas if there is another safe place for you?
I do remember Father Donovan did mention there was yet another village, Kresk, somewhere out here. I don't admittedly know where, but surely someone here must. Ismark, do you know? I have no idea. What? Just looks at her, kind of like, agape, like, how would I know? No, I have no idea where Cress could be, but I agree, someone here may. Have you made any friends here? Is there someone you could talk to?
The
friends
innkeeper
with
seemed
everybody.
quite nice.
The innkeepers talk a lot, though, don't they?
They do
They
talk
could be
a lot.
they could
but
be
they-
like bribed with information, so maybe we can give them more money to keep their mouth shut afterwards.
Well, before we start throwing money around, let's just ask.
Yeah, we could just.
That's-
They seemed quite like Augie. I feel like we should just ask the innkeeper if they know about Kresk.
I like Ogi and I like his style. It's very cool. I can learn a thing or two from her. But sometimes she talks more than she needs, so please be careful how much information you're gonna and how loud your voice,
yeah.
because like you are very passionate when you talk, so you kinda everybody hears you out. So try to talk more, I don't know, subtly.
I don't know.
Try to be more subtle.
I don't know what you mean.
Subtle.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess now it's a good time as any. The faster we get out of here, the sooner, because this festival is happening, and I don't like the sound of that.
All right. So then, what will you guys do? Heading to the inn or doing any other searching of the surrounding areas?
Should we ask the father about Kresk as well? Because he didn't seem too happy with that guy being dragged out of his church, even if he didn't do anything about it.
I don't know, like, I think we can risk it, because like, as soon as we get information to how to get out of here, the better it feels like.
What would you guys like to do? Talk to the priests? Talk to the innkeepers?
Is the
Well, we're-
priest sitting by himself now? Can we see? Do we have visible on him?
We're outside, are we not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
outside the church, but I mean, you could just swing back in if you wanted
Back
to.
in. So I think we should talk to the priest first and ask him if he knows anything about Kresk, and then go on what information he says from there, kind of thing.
Maybe we can do both. Like someone stays and asks priest the questions, and the rest of us go to the inn, so we'll collect more information faster. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, as far as time of day, like it's kind of midday at this point. So, I mean, you're not necessarily in a rush to, it's not like night is looming or something like that, or it is night. So, I mean, you have like a decent amount of the
Okay.
day still to do whatever you might before. If you're concerned about the festival being tomorrow, you've got some time today.
Okay.
Good to know. So yeah, we'll talk to the priest first and then go talk to the people at the inn and tell Arena and Ismark to stay hidden for now.
Sure. So, what would you say to Ismark and Arena?
Did I stay in
well-
the bushes or something? Like that would suck.
I don't know. Is there anywhere else that might be safe?
I mean, it seems like the church would be safe enough, right? Because we got them out before the burgomaster and Izek got there, so they have no idea that they're staying there, that I know of.
Yeah, that's true. They don't know. So take them back to the church for now. And the burgomaster and that other guy is gone for now. Like he's taking the.
Yep. Yeah, they have officially returned back to the burgomaster's mansion.
Yeah. So yeah, I think. Sorry, Moon. Yes.
Maybe they can hide in the forest, like so barely any eyes can see them there. If they hide in a good spot in the forest, but it could be dangerous.
I was gonna say I don't think the forest in Barovia is that like a scenic jaunt, if you know what I mean.
I was gonna say, you guys would remember that when you were traveling here, like basically along the edges of the forest, you saw like those claw marks of like werewolves or like wolves in general, kind of like, marking up some of the trees in the area. And you also came across that dead body when you first came into Barovia, like from the outside. So it's kind of like You haven't been explicitly told that the woods are dangerous, but you get a sense that it doesn't seem on the up and up out there.
We did fight some stuff in the woods, right? Like,
You ran into some berserkers out there, yeah.
I used to confuse those forests with mine because I've been raising forests, so tough luck.
So I think Saya would be with Augie. Like it's still midday, so it's not like it's the middle of the night we're coming into. So I think it would be safe for them to stay in the church for now while we do a little nosying around the town.
Yeah. What do you have us do?
Whatever you've been doing, I guess, this whole time.
Don't take any unnecessary risks by going outside at all. For no reason.
How can we be sure that brute won't come back?
You can't. That's why you need to find a place even inside the room that you can hide, a closet or something.
Well, Augie could warn you if we see them. Like, she can do the telepath thing.
I only have the 30 feet range, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could run really fast. You could turn into the pather and just run.
The burgomaster's kind of slowly walking to the church, and you just see Saya, like, booking at full speed, like, in the background, like, passing, like...
On my daily jog.
Yeah.
Just stay here and don't open the door for anybody else than us.
All right. Putting our faith in you. You've done us no harm. You've done us no wrong. We'll keep our eyes out. Could we have the priest give us a warning or something? At this point, we can't leave our room.
This priest seemed trustworthy to you guys?
I don't know. He's been fine since we've been here.
He seems like a scared man. I mean, he doesn't seem like you're gonna do what's bad for him. So we can make sure that he doesn't do anything stupid.
But he seems like weak.
He seems the type to just stand by and let stuff happen.
Yeah.
But so I would ask them, have you given anyone your names while you're here? And did anyone seem to recognize you?
No, we've only talked to the priest. We've been largely in our room minding our time, just waiting for news of any kind of freedom to move about. So just the priest knows, possibly his stable boy, whatever you might call him. He's been walking around. I believe he saw us talking to the priest at one point.
What about Henrik? Did he see you?
I don't know. Henrik, I don't know that name.
Good.
He's the coffin maker guy.
No, I'm not aware. I've only seen the priest and his partner in here.
Okay. Seems like the priest seems not suspicious, so I think we speak to him.
It will not take long, guys. Just stay still. We're gonna be back before you know it. Probably, maybe. For sure. I don't know.
Maybe. We might just leave.
You're gonna be fine. Kinda. Maybe. Yeah. Probably not.
Probably not. I have no idea.
All right. We'll stay waiting. Please, don't be long. And with this, you see them both, you see Ismark go over to the window and he props it back open, and the two of them kind of like climb up and in and close the window behind them, and you see the curtains on that window just immediately shut behind them. So they are now back in their room at the church.
Okay. So we should go speak to the priest then, I think.
Let's go.
All right. So as you wander over back to the front of the church, sorry, dragging you real quick, and you open the door, you can kind of see the priest is not where he was standing before. He's now up at the altar with his eyes down at the altar, and you see him with his hands pressed forward in like a prayer motion, and he's kind of like rocking back and forth as he's talking to himself. Like you hear murmurs under his breath as if he's like whispering a prayer to himself or something.
Do we understand what kind of prayer he's whispering? Is it a specific language or something? Do you have to take with a roll?
It's basically, I mean, it's more faint than it is foreign. So I mean, it's like it's just because of how far away you are from the altar that it's like kind of hard to distinguish what it is. But you have no reason to believe he's not speaking common, just in a whisper voice.
Okay.
Okay, we approach him, like, without making too much noise, but without trying to sneak up on him to scare him to death.
I had a really bad idea. Augie could just talk to him.
Yeah. But I really talk up to him because I don't know why.
This is God speaking.
Yeah, this is true. You can really miss it.
I came to make a question out of you.
All right, so you guys are approaching.
Yeah.
All right, who's making first contact, or are you all just immediately like running up to him?
Wouldn't say run, just like casually sauntering.
So as you're like approaching, he's basically giving you no mind. He seems kind of like lost, and as you get closer, you can kind of see that he's like panicked as he's doing this. Like he's not in a calm state. He seems pretty shaken up by what just transpired.
Father Lucian, can we speak to you?
And at first, you see him just continue murmuring under his breath, just the whispers, the prayers, the like rocking back and forth. And then he kind of like jolts awake and he looks at all of you. He's like, yes, you may. My children, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I could not do more. My patronage here in Vallaki, it is purely by the will of the Burgomaster. I cannot cross him. As foul as he is, he does keep us safe. I just do as I can to not get in his way. But this was harder to look away from. This was hard.
How exactly does he keep you safe? I thought the bones kept you safe.
He keeps order. We have guards, we have walls, we have food, we have celebration, if that's what you want to call it. It's within these walls we can feel as though things aren't so bad. And most days, it isn't, but it's days like today that I'm reminded of how fragile everything is.
Well, the fact is that this place is not quite as safe as we were led to believe. Is there a place that's a little safer that we could get Ismark and Arena to?
Inside the walls of Vallaki, I'm not sure where else you could go.
What about the other village? Quark or whatever it's called.
Kresk.
And you see him like searching his head. Kresk, yes. I believe I've heard of folks going to Kresk. I'm not too familiar with it, to be perfectly honest, but I haven't heard anything good or bad about Kresk.
Who would know more, do you think, about Kresk?
Most people in Vallaki probably haven't been too far outside the walls. It's not exactly a all-inclusive resort here, but most people don't leave. I'm not sure. Maybe you could find other travelers such as yourselves. Or any of the Vistani. They seem to be traveling more around. But the Vallakians themselves probably don't know as much.
Wasn't there a Vistani camp nearby? Because Kalanthas had said he wanted to go pay his friend a visit.
There was the one that we partied at.
Yeah, I'm sure there was mention of one nearby.
Yes, if you zoom out on your map a little bit, I'm pinging the location.
Oh, yeah.
There's a mention of a Vistani encampment just outside of the town. So, I mean, it is outside the town gates, but it is, like, well within, like, walking distance of Vallaki itself.
How far would you say?
Like, maybe 20 to 30 minutes walk.
Okay.
Like, it's not too far.
So yeah, so we could go to talk to them because they might know if they travel more. What do you guys think?
I think that's as good as a gamble as any.
Yeah, because they're separate from Vallaki, so I would trust them a little more, even though they're not the trustworthiest.
Well, and if the Vallaki people don't really get out much,
Exactly.
We know the Vistani do, so
Yeah, and they have free wine sometimes.
Very important aspect.
Very important.
okay. And we can maybe ask them about the wine shipments as well. I wonder if they know. They're right outside.
So we're asking them about Kresk and the wine shipments. Anything else? I think that was about it.
What do you say about living this place as well? Do you want to stay here? Do you like it here? Do you feel like you can do more with the help of your god out of here? Or do you prefer to stay in this place?
You're talking to Father Lucian with that?
Yeah, to the Father Lucian for the beggar master. Like, I'm trying to insinuate that beggar master is not making his life any better, and by staying here, he's not gonna be able to preach the word of his God and help as many people as possible. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to do it in a persuasive way, so maybe I can throw a persuasion check. I don't know.
Yeah.
To make him realize that he's getting kind of abused by this person.
Yeah, you can make a persuasion roll.
Let's try it out. The first roll of the night.
Let's go. Bam. You've been rolling rocks lately. Like, all your rolls lately have been pretty damn good. 18.
When it matters.
So Father Lucian hears this, and he kind of stands resolute, and he says, I cannot abandon the people. Despite what may be best for me, I couldn't leave Milovaj, and everyone who comes here at night, they look to me for comfort. Abandoning them would be abandoning my service to the people of Barovia. I do thank you for the advice, but I believe, for better or worse, this is my home.
I would just hate for something bad to happen to you when we leave. Because you know that people are gonna start to ask questions when we leave, especially the beggar master. Where did these guys went? Did you know anything about it? Maybe they can talk to you to get out information.
Yes.
So can we trust you that you will not speak about what transpired right now?
Absolutely.
Keep Ismark and Arena safe too, please.
Yes. As much as I do not quarrel with the burgomaster, I do not serve him either. What is best for this town is for this to remain secret and safe. So yes, you have my word, I will watch them.
Okay, let's go to the camp.
Yep, let's meander out to the camp.
I'm not even gonna roll an insight check because I trust him that much.
I think we spoke to him quite a few times by this point. He does seem generally trustworthy.
That's...
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, no, he's a murderer.
Now we decided it's too late. Like, my character thinks he's trustworthy. I can't think outside of that. That's the thing.
You guys
I think Saya's already done insight checks and stuff on him, and he seems to like check out. So, but that could have been me rolling terribly, but I'm still going to go with it.
It is what it is.
So, yeah.
Okay. So
out to the camp.
Plans to run to the Vistani camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with this, are you guys going straight there?
Yeah. Do we need anything before we head out?
Probably not.
Did we ever do a long rest?
No.
No, we don't need it.
We murdered the vampires like this morning.
Yeah. I mean, like, reasonably, we don't have time to do that right now because we're trying to find a way to get as fast as possible outside of here. So, like, reasonably, not while thinking like in a video game, thinking like in the D&D world, our characters wouldn't want to do a long rest right now.
The only
Yeah.
rest I'd want to do is like a short rest just to roll a hit dice because
I
I've
think
only
we
got.
did that.
Did we?
Rest, yeah.
Oh, we did because I only had 1 hit point. Now I have 10, so yes, that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's just keep that in mind as we're out.
Just
That
be
we
careful.
don't like. I, for instance, have 0 spells slots.
And always
Yeah.
remember, running away is always an option.
It is
Of
always an
course.
option.
Of course.
All right. So then, with this, then I take it, going to the encampment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as you get up to the gates, the guards basically kind of like look at all of you and are like, where are you going?
We're going to visit the Vistani camp.
The Vistani camp. What business do you have with them?
We wish to speak to them. We had a friend that we wanted to see was there.
A friend?
Yes.
With the
a friend.
Vistani?
Well, for a value of a friend, an acquaintance, I suppose.
Give me a
Persuasion?
give me a persuasion check. 15. Okay. So with this, the guard looks at his partner and she kind of like looks back at him and they give each other this kind of like, okay, glance and they say, all right, but just know the Vistani are not welcome here. And if you are in bed with them, then you wouldn't be either.
We're not in bed with anybody. We're just going to talk to them. Jeez.
And with this, they open the gates. They turn the cranks and the large metal. What do they call that? What is that? There's like a fancy word for that. Is it like portcullis?
Portcullis.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
You see the portcullis slowly like raising as you hear the chains rattling, and you guys are able to go through.
Ooh, freedom!
I
let's
landed
run
new
away.
war today. I landed new war today. Fancy.
It
The
was
only reason I know it's called a portcullis is because I'm playing a campaign where somebody stole the village's portcullis.
Nice.
We're trying to figure out how and why.
Nice.
I was about to the word portcullis was in my brain, but I wasn't sure if it was right, so I didn't want to just go ripping it off. And they're like, that's actually the back of a beetle in the Midwestern region. So with this, then you guys are let free to go. And with this,
Oh, do we have a map?
I can take you as I plop you down on what may or may not be another map. And activate.
I'm always like a bit concerned when a new map pops up.
Well, it doesn't say death camp at the top. So
That's good.
It does not say death camp. So yeah, good from that perspective. I do think I need to make your tokens slightly bigger because you look like tiny people there.
I am a tiny
Well,
person.
and I am in life a tiny person, so it all stacks up there.
It takes so long to load on my map. I don't know why my browser is dying.
Takes a fair
It will
bit.
get there. It will get there.
Did you guys
Probably it's a lot.
did
I
you
believe
load
it's
it?
because of us Europeans, Panos. No,
Probably.
it's still loading.
Yeah, I
There
It's
we go, I'm in.
99%.
I'm in.
All right,
I'm
good.
trying to get there. Okay, I'm there. I'm there.
All right. So
Horses.
let me finish making all of your tokens, Giant.
I don't think we
And
should be able to see that, should we?
it's kind of like a very wide open area.
Okay.
There's like
Okay.
one spot that you might not be able to. But let me just click that on then, so you can't.
Oh my god, okay.
I can just casually do that. So then as you approach, the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its side. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have wagons that surround a large tent, with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central region. So, very similar vibe to what you saw when you went to the other Vistani camp, when you got your cards read.
Okay. So we should approach then, I would say.
Yeah, I'll get you start walking up.
All right. Feel free
Where's
to.
August token?
You are. You
I
are
only
all.
see a black thing. I only see a black rectangle. I don't see anything else. Maybe I need to reload.
You are in the very top right of the map. It is a large map, so like you might barely see yourself, but you are at the top right.
I don't see Augie. I only see me and Moonpin.
I just moved up to this person that's here.
Where? Oh, you may be in the dark, so I can't see you.
Pinging.
Oh no, I don't see your.
Oh yeah, you're hiding. She's hiding behind the house there. There you go. You should be able to see her there.
No.
You don't see Augie there?
Are we on the different layers, maybe?
No. Foundry doesn't have like that kind of nonsense to it.
I said to you on the Discord like what I see. Maybe I see the refresh. Oh no! Now I can see stuff.
Oh,
Columns of blackness.
I just dragged you. Do you see anything now?
I see Saya, and I don't see myself. I see Saya. I see Saya down there. Maybe there's only one token.
So I see me and I see Moonpin. I do not see Augie.
All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna activate one other scene and then reactivate this other scene and pretend like that's gonna solve all of our problems.
Did I turning it off and on again?
Yeah, that is the equivalent of turning it on and off again.
All-time classic.
Any luck in seeing more things now that I did that?
I'm still in Valaki.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, I see you guys on the little map selectory thing.
Where is my token?
I
don't see my token.
Should pull you to this map if it didn't already.
Why are you doing this, Foundry? Wake up, Foundry.
I'm gonna come out of Foundry and go back in just in case that fixes it.
I'll refresh as well.
Clearly, that's the. This is the first time Foundry has failed me.
I know.
Yeah. It's a surprise. A bad surprise, but it is a surprise.
It is. This is also the first time that I've like looked at this map in detail, and it is way bigger than I thought it was. Yeah.
So it's loading.
Okay. I like loading. Loading implies progress.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm there. It's fixed. Everything is perfect. I can see my token. I can see the new map. I can see the black columns of darkness. Perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah, I can see it now. That was weird.
All right, perfect.
Woo!
All right. All right. So then, yeah, as you guys approached, let me move you a little bit backwards there. But as you guys approach, you can see off in the distance in what appears to be an elf. This elf does not look like other elves that you've run into. Even Saya doesn't really recognize these folks either. Their skin appears darker. Their features are a lot sleeker. They have the traditional pointed ears. But you have not seen any kind of elves quite like them.
Darker skin, but they're not drow?
I don't know.
Because if it's a drow, I would definitely recognize it.
Yeah, that's my weird way of saying I'm not telling you.
Okay.
Maybe if you do a history check, I don't know.
I feel like Sai should be able to do a history check with advantage, though, because she's an elf.
Would that help me?
Yeah, you could do a history check if you wanted.
I mean, I could, right? But it's not a great roll. But we'll see what it gives me.
10.
Yeah.
I will go as far as saying that Saya's probably heard of other elf races that are more forgotten in the past. And looking them over, you might think that you've certainly never seen any elves of this kind in the past, so your mind starts like scrambling for like, is there other elves that these could be? But you don't quite find an answer.
Okay.
Let Augage roll and see if she's encountered anything like this in her travels.
Sure. You could also give me a history. 13.
Not much better.
Yeah, similar. Like, you've also heard of other elf races that you hadn't quite encountered, but you'd essentially had heard they had all been forgotten, lost. So you're not overly familiar with these either. But
if we don't know, we don't know.
Yeah. Should go have a wee chat with them.
I mean, what else can we do?
Before everybody's maps were messed up, I was already up there with them, so. Hello!
You're so cheesy, I love
it. So, yeah, as you approach, the guard is friendly, actually. They have, like, they kind of perk up at seeing you here. Oh, fancy meeting you. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
I'm Augage. This is Saya and Moonpoon.
Those are interesting names. Can't say I've run into anyone with such labels. And what business have you here?
Well, we were just in Vallaki. We were kind of told that it was like the safe place, but it turns out it's not so safe. So we were wondering about Kresk. How's that place? We came to see if anybody here knew anything, because you guys get around. These people in Vallaki don't ever leave their walls.
Kresk. Yes, we are familiar with Kresk. It is a little bit away from here, but we are aware. What about Kresk are you interested in?
I mean, like, on the scale of safety, is it safe there? Or is it like in comparison to Vallaki?
No, we haven't had any issues with Kresk. It seems like a nice little town, and people there seem inviting. I see no reason to think that Kresk would be scary.
So no vampire attacks?
No vampire attacks? Oh, everywhere has vampire attacks. But...
Well, Vallaki claimed they didn't, but we just kicked 6 of their asses, so...
Yes, we did.
And with this, he kind of, like, immediately tightens up his face, and he says, vampires? In Vallaki, you say?
Indeed. The Burgomaster doesn't want anybody to know, but I don't care.
Well, vampires in Vallaki, that is interesting. Well,
would you know where maybe... So basically what happened is the Coffin Master was talking to this guy, and this guy like bribed him to let them in through these crates or whatever. Do you have any idea who would like do that? Who would like bribe him to get vampires inside of Vallaki?
Well, there are all kinds of types in Barovia. I'm sure.
Yes, but anyone in specific?
Well, that does kind of sound like the deeds of Strahd himself, does it not?
It does. That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Dude kind of gets off on that stuff.
What a dick.
I mean, I don't think he's wrong.
So basically nowhere is safe is what I'm hearing.
If you're an enemy of Strahd's, you're probably not safe pretty much anywhere.
Is anybody not an enemy of Strahd?
Why, the people here are no enemy to Strahd.
Are you friends of Strahd?
I would not say we're friends, but certainly not enemies.
I'm going to do an insight check.
Okay.
Great roll on.
12. Yeah,
Saya's kind of sus as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Anyone that wants to can roll. 19. Yeah. Augie, hearing this, isn't quite sure what to make of it. Augie kind of senses that there's like more to the story there.
Do you have anyone like above you, like a person in charge? Maybe we can talk this, because like we probably laid too much information for you and kind of confused you, I guess, in the process of us telling you all that stuff.
Well, and he kind of like trails off and looks into the distance, and he kind of like snaps resolute, as if almost as if he didn't hear you, and he says, well, I can take you to the Vistani in the camp if that's what you want.
I guess.
Yeah.
And with this, like he continues the serious look, and he starts walking towards the center area where that tent was that I referenced at the start.
Okay.
You guys following, I take it?
Yeah. I'd stay at the back of them.
All right. So as you approach, you can basically, hear some, jovial like banter coming out of the tent area over there, and you can also.
Time for me to pull out my flute again.
Yeah, it's time to bust out the trusty loot. You can see that there's like wagons basically completely around the area, and Augie, is your passive perception actually 20, or is that your actual perception?
Passive perception. Yeah, I think I think I got a feat that raised it, maybe.
I was gonna say, like, I'm seeing your passive perception as like stupid high.
Yeah, it says 20.
Okay.
It's what it is.
I'm pretty sure the feat that I took increased it.
Okay. So actually, as you guys are approaching, Augie specifically almost has like a flashback to thinking when she sees these wagons, to when you guys were first pulled into Barovia. These wagons appear very similar to the ones that Aragorn used when he took you here.
Okay. Was
Beyond-
Aragorn a Vistani?
Yeah, he was.
Maybe he's from this camp.
Do you guys keep pressing forward?
Yeah, well, Saya
Yes.
doesn't know about the wagon being like the ones yet. She's not that perceptive.
All right. So continuing to approach, he's taking you directly to that tent.
Ooh, fancy.
Is it a tent like the one where the lady was that gave us the reading?
No, this is kind of like a much more grand tent. Like it's very, very big. You can fit probably like, I don't know, 15, 20 people inside, whereas like Madame Ava's tent that you visited before was much more cozier space, like, 5 to 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper to these guys. Hey, these carriages here, they're like exactly like the ones that Ari brought us in on.
I wonder if he is from this camp.
Could be. Maybe it's a good thing Cal's not with us.
Cal's not with us.
And the guard like looks at you and says, this way, and continues like walking. The guard goes all the way to the tent. Do you guys follow? He's kind of beckoning for you to follow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
follow.
Do we notice like our surroundings? What will you notice our surroundings as we follow him through? I guess what we see on the map as well, but like the bit of description would help.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Okay. To see if we notice anything. Where is my character? There are you. Let's go.
Ooh.
Panos. Wow.
I don't need to do nothing here. I can just
Ripping the survival checks. So
That's fun.
yeah, with those high survival, you can definitely see that on the pathway, these wagons appear to come and go fairly frequently. You also can see, like, off in the distance, like probably in like this general area, is a lot of like beaten down grass where you can see like lots of footsteps have kind of gathered all over the place around there. Whether that's like for field exercises or something like that, you're not sure, but it definitely appears to be like well traveled, this entire area. But beyond that, you don't quite notice anything else of import in the area.
Cool.
So are we going over?
We're just following. Yeah.
All right. So, you guys jump on down. Let me just go ahead and drag you all the way down here. Ba-doop, ba-doop. And with this, the elf looks into the tent and he says, "Excuse me, but you all have visitors." And quick description. Piled outside the wagon are several empty casks of wine. From inside the tent comes the crack of a whip, followed by the howls of a young man. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze you can see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious... Naked? What's that?
Naked?
Yeah, completely naked, but with their shoes on, so it's okay.
Nice.
A barely conscious and shirtless teenager hugs the central tent pole.
Oh,
His
I don't want to
wrists,
see a naked teenager.
his wrists are bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes the young man with the horsewhip, causing him to scream again, and all the Vistani cheer and laugh as this is happening. Standing in the bigger man's shadow is a third man, also clad in studded leather. "Easy, brother," he says to the whip-wielding brute. "I think Alexei has learned his lesson." And with this, they all turn their gaze to you.
What is going on? Why are you beating this child?
Alexei failed to keep watch, and this is his punishment. And who are all of you?
This seems like a bit of an overreaction. He's a child.
And with this, you do notice a familiar face kind of walks closer to you.
Fucking Arigol.
I know these people. I brought them here. And he starts laughing to himself.
Wait,
Yeah,
why are you
Ari.
laughing? Why did you bring us here? Why are you laughing?
Have you not been having a wonderful time in Barovia?
No. You brought us here under false pretenses.
I said there was some danger that needed solving, and here you are to save us all. And he takes another guzzle of wine from his flask there.
You know, I'm certainly here to help, for sure. But are you doing Strahd's bidding? Are you buddies with him? Or did you come because you want us to save you from Strahd?
One reason not to blow your head into Smithereens right now. And make it a good one. And Moonpool looks at him angrily, evidently frustrated.
I'm ready to roll initiative now.
No, that's not the intention. The intention is to make sure that he's gonna tell the truth and not gonna lie again to us.
Yeah, that's exactly how you
That's
should
the
do it.
intention. That's the Moonpool way.
My good people, everyone in Strahd's land is here because he wills it. Wouldn't you, if given the opportunity, align yourself with such a powerful man? Everyone
Absolutely
who's
not.
tried to defeat him has not, and has not been seen again. We,
It
the
doesn't mean he can't
Vistani,
be defeated. Sorry.
it's okay. We, the Vistani, do as he pleases, and as such, we can do as we please as well.
Is that why you're not allowed in Valaki?
Well, not getting into Valaki is an agreement. There's no business of us being there, but be assured, if we wanted to, we could.
Did you let the vampires in?
And he kind of turns his head slightly.
Not aware of any vampires being let into Vallaki, but that does sound fun.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Roll well.
Would not call it fun.
A 19. He appears to be genuine.
Okay. Couldn't do it.
He's a troll. Like, he's trolling us, but he appears to be genuine indeed.
Yeah. I mean, he's a dick, but he didn't let the vampires in. Do you know who might have done this?
And why would I be trying to help you?
This is not exactly how this is going to go, if you catch my drift.
You owe us. You brought us here. At least, give us a little.
Yes, I did bring you here, and here you are. And with that, my task is done. I owe you nothing. I will give you nothing.
Okay, we'll remember this after we defeat Strahd.
You could not take down Strahd with all three of you. I see you've already lost one of you. What makes you think the three of you have a chance?
Because we're badasses.
Because we're bad fucking ass.
Bad to the bone.
Everyone strikes a pose. Guitar riff starts blaring in the background.
With the
Get out my flute.
with the appropriate amount of information, anybody can do it. The thing is to learn the weaknesses of this Strahd. Everybody has a weakness. No one is immortal. No one is forever invulnerable. You know more than you tell to. I mean, you must have heard stuff from all around here. You've been here a lot. There's no way you don't know anything about Strahd. The thing is, what do you want in return to give us that information?
With this, the man that was whipping the other person kind of like walks over and puts his hand on Arago's shoulder.
Maybe they could help us. Stop being so rash and dastardly. Just calm down for a minute.
And Arago kind of smiles and he kind of like puts his hand up and says, "Do as you wish." And he kind of like walks off to the other side of the room. And as he's like walking, you can kind of hear the groaning of the person that was getting whipped, that the man called Alexei. And again, all of the other Vistani in the tent are like in various states of passed out around the room. And you can see the bottles of wine scattered all over the place. So it would lead one to believe that there was a lot of drinking happening in here.
Never.
But then the other man approaches you.
We do have something you could give us. Something you could help us with. And then we could help you. Interested?
Yes. What are you talking about?
My daughter, Arabelle, is missing. And Alexei here,
And he kind of like turns and scowls at the man that was tied to the post.
was supposed to keep watch. And yet she's gone. I could use some help in finding her.
First of all, you've got to stop whipping this boy. It is not going to bring your daughter back.
No, but it does feel good and it is deserved.
No, it's not. We will help you, but I demand that you stop whipping this boy.
A small price to pay. Fine. Help us, and I will show more mercy to Alexei.
Very well. What do you know about how your daughter disappeared? Anything?
I'm not quite sure. She was playing around here and was just gone. She had a bad habit of running off, sometimes to the lake, sometimes to the woods. That's why we had Alexei watching.
Have you ever seen a really old, weird-looking woman with a bunch of pies on a cart around here?
And he just kind of like smiles and laughs.
Morgantha? What business do you have with Morgantha?
She steals children, so she's my first suspect.
She doesn't come to this part. I'd be surprised if she somehow came all the way out here and took her.
It is quite a way to travel.
How far is her windmill from here?
Oh, it's not overly far. It's to the south.
And if you guys remember, you kind of like passed it on your way
Yeah.
to Valaki.
Yeah.
And I said, no, that's a terrible plan. Let's keep walking.
I mean, what choice do we have? We need all the information we can get.
Well,
There's no point in providing safe passage for our friends if we're gonna be staying here forever. We need to cleanse this land eventually, right? That's our
Yeah.
goal here. Our ultimate goal is to take him down. How we can do it without any information? It might
How's-
seem like a straw in the haze of straws, but we need to get something. Yeah, I need to use a different expression, but my mind is like kinda oogie boogie.
A needle
At
in a
some point.
haystack, I think is what you're
Yeah,
looking for.
Yeah.
that's the expression.
well, trying to find a specific straw in a stack of straws is even harder.
True.
So
So
how's
what
the
if-
boy,
yeah.
Alexei? Because he was the one that was on watch. So could we ask him any questions?
Yeah, you can try talking to him if you want.
Before
Poor
we do
boy.
that, can I ask the dad, where was she when she went missing? Like maybe we could go over there and look for clues.
I don't know. Last report from Alexei here
And he kind of again scowls at him.
was that she was running north. And then this fool turns away and she's gone. If she was heading north, I imagine the lake was where she was going, just north of Valaki. She loves to go there.
It's good information. That's probably the first place we'll look.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk to Alexei.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go over to Alexei. Is there anything I can do? I don't have any spells, but is there anything I can do for his wounds with a medicine check or? will I not do anything?
Not really, because he's like up and stable and all of that. So yeah, without any kind of like spells or potions or anything, he's gonna stay that way.
Okay. Alexei, I am so sorry for what they're doing to you. I know what you did was an honest mistake. You do not deserve this.
It is my fault. It is my fault. I had one job and I didn't do it. Please, just don't upset anyone here. We have no reason to harm you.
And he kind
I
of
have
like
no intention of upsetting anyone.
That's good. But yes, I heard you speaking with Luvash, my father. I would agree. She's
Wait,
probably
he's your father too? You're her brother?
yes.
Oh dear.
Okay.
But
All right, so tell us about the day she went missing. What happened?
it wasn't but a day. She was playing up north and off she ran. And I didn't think anything of it. She does run, but she didn't come back this time.
What exactly distracted you to make you take your eyes off of her?
he's just kind of like cowering.
No, nothing really in particular. Sadly, I just didn't think to look. I was just staring at the grass. And when I looked up, she was gone.
Okay. Is there anything else you can think of that might help us?
Not really. That's all I got.
Do any of you have questions or anything?
No, I think that was pretty much everything I had in mind. Just like asking if there's anything he could tell us.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can set about tracks around the area.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
I
should
was
go
saying-
north and see
hunting.
if we
Let's
can
go
follow.
north towards the lake.
Let's see if we can find any clues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys haven't yet encountered the lake, but based on them telling you it's north, you would have to know that it's kind of like above Valaki, like, you know, walking past the town and north somewhere. The lake would have to be there somewhere.
Okay.
But you're not quite sure like how far or anything. I mean, you could ask, of course, but like.
Can we
Yeah.
take Alexi with us to show us the way?
He's a bit battered and bruised.
Yeah, but I want to keep him away from his father.
He's gonna be fine for now, I think. I hope.
Alexi, could you show us the way to the lake?
And the big man, who he called Luvash, like comes over to you. He says,
He's not going anywhere. If you're doing this for us, you want our help. You do this on your own.
Okay, well, can you give
at
us
least-
directions?
Yeah, at least tell us where to go.
The lake is where you're headed. It's north. No more than quarter day's travel. You could be there pretty quickly. It's just north of Valaki. Big old lake. Can't miss it.
Nope, not.
Okay,
All right.
let's
do
go
it.
then. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Sounds better than going to a Wickerman.
Yeah, well, that's tomorrow still.
Oh.
yeah, tomorrow is still the Wicker Man party. All right, so the crew is going to be heading to the lake. So as you guys turn to leave, you can just hear Aragel's voice in the background. He says, "Hope you don't find any trouble out there."
I hate that guy.
And he throws back another drink of wine.
If Cal was with us, that entire tent would have been divine smited.
That's true.
Bringing him back when he's waking up.
All right, so we are going up to the lake, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Without a long rest. Can't
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I was to say, yeah, you guys are just ripping around the map without a long rest.
Well, it's only the middle of the day. Who sleeps at 12 p.m.? Well, me, but you know.
Everybody. Everybody.
What if I could get away with it?
All right. So then, with this, let me take you back to the big old map,
The Death Lake.
the Death Lake.
The Kraken Lake.
And with this, we can have you guys go up a away up to the lake. As you approach, at the foot of a mountain nestled in the misty forest is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. Pulled up alongside the south shore are 3 small rowboats. A 4th boat can be seen in the middle of the lake, with a lone figure sitting in it, fishing pole in hand.
I like to yell to. Is he far enough? Like,
No.
can you hear me if I yell?
No.
The man in the boat?
Yeah, I want to see if he's seen the little girl.
Yeah, I think if you like yelled loud enough, you might be able to.
I'll say, "Sir, sir, can we speak to you for a moment, please?"
And no response.
Okay. Let's look around for some clues then, I guess. Survival check or what?
Yeah, you can do a survival check if you want.
Yeah, because we're looking for tracks and stuff, so.
Oof, my roll was not good.
Mine's not great, but we're going to try it anyway.
8,
Yeah.
7, anything else?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Come on, then, Poon.
For the team.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
Wow.
I believed in the dice gods, and the gods did not fail me. They heard my warning and plea for a good roll.
So with this, Moonpoon can see very clearly that there's tracks leading out to where the boats are all docked. But you can see like there's one set of tracks that appear fairly clean, and then almost like drag marks, as if someone was like pulled, that lead directly to the edge of the water and then disappear.
They did not take forever, did they?
Someone was dragged in here, as you can see, obviously. And I'm showing them like in a taunting manner, like how can they not see that? Like it's so obvious to me that it feels like it's weird that the others are not seeing it.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
also
pointing
do.
the direction that they were dragged.
I love how the rogue and the druid were like,
I have
Yeah, it
plus
makes-
5 on survival, and I
Just looking directly at drag marks, and it's just like, you know, there's even written into it like a person was dragged here, and you're just like, I don't see anything. Literally nothing.
What is this? I only see sand. I only see nothing.
okay.
So yeah, that is what you see.
We should follow them, I think.
yeah, I guess.
It's pretty obvious what happened here.
Well, what happened then, Moonpoon?
I mean, that person was dragged out of the wheel to that direction.
Well, you said there's like little boats on the shore. Should we take one out to the person on the lake?
I don't know about that.
Go investigate the boats and see if we see.
Yeah, we need more clues, maybe. Okay, so we go and investigate the boat.
Sure. You're walking over to one of the boats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see if they are healthy and safe to travel.
Yeah. Give me a quick perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
More
good.
reasonable.
Yeah, that's good enough. You can tell by looking at all the boats on shore that everything appears on the up and up. They seem seafaring.
Do we see any clues that maybe a little girl's been in any of them?
No, as you're looking through with those perception rolls, there's no indications of anything like that. Just the tracks that led to the water side is like where a boat would be docked. That's no longer there. So it's kind of
the
like,
one out on the...
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A boat was there and probably took her.
And then
But-
Saya would look at Augie and be like, "Can you speak to that person out there and tell them we want to speak to them?"
Oh,
With
are
your-
they how are they 30 feet away from me?
They are not. They would be roughly like a football field's length away, like 300 to 400 feet away,
How dare?
or roughly 100 to 120 meters.
I like the Greek analogy. European.
It seems like we're going to need to take a boat out there, is what I'm hearing.
Mhm.
Do it.
Let's take the boat.
All right. Yeah, so
Oh.
these boats look like they can hold certainly all three of you without any issue. So you guys are going to row out to this person?
Before we do that, I want to take a quick glance at the water to see if I notice anything in there. Like, if it's obvious that I can see something in there, like something humongous, like a shark or a Godzilla. I don't know. There could be anything inside those waters, and we couldn't have noticed so far.
There's a kaiju just casually sitting out down there.
Yeah, I want to do a quick perception check to see if there's anything in there that I can notice at least.
So yeah, with a 16, you can, as you're like rowing out there, you can see there is like little fish that are kind of swimming around in the lake within there, like very, very tiny though, and like deathly, you know, thin, and like their scales kind of seem frayed a little bit, but they are swimming around in the water. And you continue to like row your boat closer, and you're like, you know, 300 feet away, 250 feet away, 200 feet away. And as your boat is approaching, suddenly the man inside the boat, you see him just pick up a sack from within his boat and throw it directly into the water, gives himself a little smile, and just continues holding his pole.
What did he throw in the water, though? Oh my god.
Can I jump in and swim to it?
What? No. Why would you do that?
Because it could be a little girl.
She does that? Wait, do I have time to interfere with her jumping into the water
I
thingy?
don't think so. It's Augie. Come on. She sees something going in the water. There might be a kid. She's already at the bottom of the water.
Oh my. I don't know.
I want
It's
to catch it
freelance.
before it goes to the bottom.
I want to do a grapple on her by the time she tries to jump. I don't know if I have time though to notice that and do it.
So, yeah, what are you guys doing in response to this then? What is the official action being taken?
Well, Saya's probably trying to row the boat, so she's busy with hands on an oar. She's not expecting anybody to jump into the water because that's insanity. So
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
So I'm just like, la la la.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing because two people have to row the boat, so I guess me and Saya would
Well,
do that.
Augie's quite small, so I wouldn't expect her to row the boat.
Yeah, so like by the time
So
I
would
don't
you
know
have
if
time to like drop your oar
Yeah, I
and
don't
grab
know.
her?
I don't know. It's athletics check. I don't know if that's even possible. I don't know. It's up to the
Yeah,
DM.
we need a
to
really.
decide. Yeah, it's up to the DM to decide that. If I can tackle her before she goes into the water.
Tackle
Grab her.
Augie?
Grab her. Grab her. Like I don't want to hurt her. So like my idea would be like the moment she jumps in, I try to grab him from I don't know her clothing, her attire. I don't know anything out of her body. Her hand.
Give me a let's go with
Athletics.
yeah, I was debating like sleight of hand, but that's not really in the spirit of give me a athletics check. I will make this pretty high because there wasn't quite any indication that she was just gonna jump in. So
True. It all depends on my reflexes, I guess. So do I roll with disadvantage?
no, you can just do a traditional roll. I have a DC in mind. With a 16. So yeah, you see Augie kind of like jump and Moonpoon's hand kind of like goes to grab on, but it just kind of like tears away a little piece of the fabric and Augie is sploosh into the water.
How far away?
What are you doing? Get back in here.
How far away is the bundle?
You are probably about like 80 feet or so from the boat at this point.
Okay.
At which point I can at least you get a better look at the gentleman in the boat at this point.
Sort of.
But as you are doing all of this, again, like the sack is just to the bottom of the to the lake.
Can I cantrip gust or change? Wait, what is it? Shape water.
So what are you looking to do with the water?
Let's see. Range. Oh, I can only do 30-foot range. Okay, so I can't reach the water from where I am. I'm 80 feet away, right?
Yep, you are about 80 feet away at the moment. You are able to swim, of course, but
Can't you change the flow of water? So couldn't you like speed yourself up towards them?
That's true. Let me do that.
so you're basically planning on like creating like a little jet behind you, like a little mini boat kind of a
I
thing.
want to give myself like a jet boost, like a hot tub jet, but like shoot me off in that direction.
All right, with this, even though there's not an encounter happening, I'm going to put you guys into initiative order at this point. Just so because I am curious to see how this plays out.
Oh no.
I have to save that baby.
There is no baby.
So go ahead and
She's somebody's baby.
each of you roll me initiative.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's been a minute.
Yeah. Where is initiative in this page? Oh my god, I always forget that.
The little punchy hand at the top. You can just click on the dice in there.
Oh, terrible initiative from Saya.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What the?
We're awesome.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah. At least we got the bad rolls out for no reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
and for
that's
what it's worth, you're
terrible.
not against something. So low initiative is really, this
Yeah.
is just determining
It's
the
really
order
just
of
the
your
order.
own. Yeah, exactly. It is funny though that was all atrocious. So thank God your lives aren't
Oh
in
my
danger.
God.
But yeah, Algid jumps into the water. Moonpoon attempts to like stop her before she jumps in. But Saya, it is you who's first to make some kind of action. What will you do? Continue rowing? Try and stop Augie? What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm quite sure. Well, not that I think Augie knows what she's doing, but she seems quite competent, and even when I don't agree with her decisions, it seems to work out for her. So I'd just be like, Augie! And then just look at Moonpoon, and I'd just be like, I'm going to keep rowing to him, and just keep rowing, just because there's nothing else I can do. I have nothing I can do.
Oh my god.
All right, so you're...
Saya lives underground, she can't swim.
Can she swim? Do we know if she can swim or not?
I mean, she could probably try, but she lived underground for a long time, so not really a swimmer.
All right, so continuing to row is what I heard.
Yeah, I ain't getting in that water. I ain't crazy.
All right, so with rowing, go ahead and give me a strength roll, just a strength check.
Strength.
Ooh, nice. 18. I will say that with your pushes, the boat is able to move forward 20 feet closer to the other person's boat. So the boat is now only 60 feet away. And Moonpoon, it is your turn.
Okay, Moonpoon, knowing that Augie probably cannot swim, he has to dive into the water to see.
Why would you? I'm a druid. Why would you think I can't swim?
I don't know what dangers lie there, but that would make you not being able to swim. I don't know. Moonpoon can't think clearly. She does think that she did something very dangerous.
That was the wrong button.
But, okay, yeah. So my fear is getting confirmed. Things are way worse than I think.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'll tell to Saya, wait here, and I'm gonna jump in the water to see if I can find Augie and what she's doing down there.
And Saya's like,
Under the water
leave me
yet.
alone.
I'm going towards the bundle.
What?
So Augie, wait, say that again?
I'm not like under the water. Well, I'm assuming I'm swimming towards the bundle.
Okay.
You're like on the surface going across.
So I'm not jumping in. If I can see her, I'm not jumping in because I can realize it's okay. So I'm gonna continue rolling with Saya, and I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I can notice what fell inside the water.
Okay.
See what is it that fell inside the water?
All right, let's see perception. Ooh, a 15. So with the 15, as Moonpoon's looking into the water, he sees the sack continuing to fall, but he notices that the sack isn't idly dripping. You can see movements from within the sack as it's falling down in the lake.
No.
There's something inside the sack. I can say that as a free action, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, there is something moving inside the sack. Be careful.
And
yeah, that's my turn.
are you, you said you're continuing to row?
Mm-hmm, with Saya.
So give me a strength check as well.
Normal.
Oh
my god.
You guys beasting it, yeah. So this just huge strokes. The boat gets 25 feet closer, which gets you, what, 35 feet away at this point.
Okay.
And Augie, it is now your turn. Your crew is kind of like ripped past you at this point.
Yeah, I should have stayed in the boat.
Why did you jump into the water?
Because I don't think you guys would have moved with that much urgency. So how far away am I? Because I used a little jet, right, to propel myself.
Did you do that as part of your original action? Like when you jumped into the water, like that's basically what you were trying to do?
Yeah, I think so.
So the ruling of this is kind of weird because the spell as written is like it's manipulating a 5-foot cube of static space.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like behind me, just so it would like
kind of
hit
like
me and push
yeah,
me
like
forward.
rush you forward. Okay, yeah. So I will give you like some enhanced swim speed. So your like swim speed I'm gonna say is like 15, since your move speed is your move speed's actually 25, so you get like 12 swim speed. With this burst, I will let you move at your traditional speed, so 25 feet. So when you jumped in, we'll say you got to 55 feet away at the start of your turn. So you are.
So I want to do another gust now, or another jet now.
So casting another shape water behind you.
So yeah.
So you cast shape water behind you again, and propel yourself forward even further, bringing you 30 feet away from the sack at this point.
Even with the boat now, right?
Yeah. So it's like we see Saya and Moonpoon kind of like aggressively, really strongly pushing the paddles and getting the boat moving, and then you see Augie just getting like propelled forward in these bursts. And she is right alongside, if not slightly ahead.
I had chosen a water beast form.
And
who's gonna win? We are racing into the south.
I think we're gonna win.
Yay.
And with this, it is Saya's turn. Saya, what are you doing?
So, is Augie still on the surface, Deb?
Yeah, I don't think I would want to spend like more time than I need to under the water, considering
Okay,
concern holding.
I see she's still on the surface, and I'm like, okay, she's fine. And I'm quite keen to get to this idiot on the boat who just dumped in something that was moving. So I want to know what that was. So I'm just going to keep it rowing. So do you want a strength check?
Yeah, give me a strength check for rowing.
Row my boat frantically across the stream.
Yeah, we see Saya's kind of like furiously rowing the oar, and it's almost as if she kind of like was too erratic in the motion, so the boat doesn't move forward nearly as much. You're getting 10 feet closer at this point, so you're within 20 feet now.
I can't do anything. I could try and shoot the bugger, but that seems a bit over the top.
Yeah, and I would also I would call rowing like essentially your action.
Yeah, action.
So if you wanted to like undo that, you could potentially shoot him from where you were before.
I'll stick where I am.
All right.
We'll see how next turn goes.
All right, and so then it'll be Moonpoon's turn, and the sack continues to descend into the lake as Moonpoon starts his turn. Moonpoon, what are you gonna do?
Don't have any spells to stop it from falling down. I have nothing to do. Damn it. I guess we can, like, are we almost like directly above it? Could I, in theory, jump into the water and try to catch it or something?
Not within this turn, because you're still 20 feet away, and the sack is kind of like dropped like 10 feet under the lake at this point.
So we have to row faster. So I'll aid in rowing faster the boat with Saya.
Okay.
By doing another strength check, I guess.
All right, strength check. Let's see it. We got Hercules Moonpoon again. Oh yeah. Dude, just.
But he's a half orc. Like, he's better be rowing faster than me.
So at this, Moonpoon is like rowing the boat so hard that you get all the way next to this other person's boat, and it actually knocks into it, and you can just hear, what are you doing in my boat?
Did you see the sack falling down? What are you doing? Jump down and get it.
I'm getting good luck.
Oh my god, this guy is more stupid than I am. There's no saving him.
And so that will be your turn there. Augie, it is your turn.
Myself another boost.
Boostin'.
Boost.
So casts shape water. We again see this jet of water like kind of like rush and hit Augie, and then she gets propelled forward. You are now directly over where the sack is falling. So it's like
reach it.
No, it's like 10 feet underwater at this point.
So next turn I'll go down.
And Saya, it'll be your turn.
Can I get into this guy's boat?
Yeah, you could like try and do a quick acrobatics check to jump in.
Yeah, I want to jump in at his boat because I don't like this guy.
All right. Woo!
The worst.
So yeah, with the 9, you're going to attempt to jump, and as you like jump, you kind of like fall into the boat. So you do make it over since it was kind of right next to you, but you kind of fall prone into his boat versus gracefully landing.
Graceful's overrated anyway. So I look up at him and I go, what did you drop in the water?
My good luck charm.
Which was?
A little girl.
Oh my god.
So I
You
just
knew
look
it.
at Moon
Sure.
and I just point at the water like, go help Augie.
I have to wait for my turn, but that's the plan. That's the plan.
All right. Moonpoon, then it is your turn.
Jumping into the water like a madman. After seeing Saya give me the command, I don't need anything more. I trust my comrades with my life at this point. We have said so many. We might not love each other, but we are comrades, probably till death. And I jump into the water to get to the sack. Do
All
I
right.
need to do a athletics check again?
Yes.
Maybe?
Give me athletics now that you're in the water.
Oh my god, that had to be the bad one.
Dear.
Yeah, so with this, you do start making your way under, but you only get about like 5 feet down. The sack is still outside your reach. And with this, actually, the sack descends even further now. It is like 15 feet underwater.
I'm trying to talk to Augie. I'm talking underwater.
There's no way I'm looking at him to see what he's saying. I'm like focused.
All right. Augie, then it will be your turn. What will you do? You are now directly above the sack.
I'm gonna do one more gust, but this time going downwards.
Downwards gust.
To
All right.
propel myself to grab that.
All right. So with this, then you are able to shoot yourself directly down to the sack. Give me a dexterity check real quick.
Dexterity. Figure out the best way forward. Just a second. Not the greatest, but it's not a natural one.
So with this, you actually kind of like brush past the bag. Like you go to like reach out and grab it, and you kind of like aren't able to quite get a hold of it as you're down there. But now that you're directly next to it, you can see the bag is like furiously like moving at this point. Like whatever is inside is like frantically pushing and kicking around inside. So not quite able to grab the bag. Anything else then on your turn?
I would like to use my telepathic talk to the girl in the sack.
Okay.
I'd like to say, I'm here to save you. Calm down. Stop kicking, because I need to grab your sack and pull you up. Hold your breath. Yeah.
Okay. So then it is going to be Saya's turn. Saya in the boat, prone. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to get up.
That is a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start to my turn.
I like the way you think.
I'm looking at this guy and I kind of look him up and down, and I'm just like, what kind of monster sacrifices children to a lake?
A stupid monster.
What?
The kind of man that wants to have good luck.
And he kind of like again is just like holding his fishing oar, like kind of smiling, and he's like just holding it there. He's making no other actions.
Beyond any salvation.
I really want to kill this guy.
I don't think we have time for that. Maybe we do, I don't know.
Well, I'm up here all on my own.
Yeah.
So I look at him and I'm like, well, I don't think it's brought you very good luck, because here I am.
The lake gives good luck. Lake will give me luck.
So I am gonna try and gracefully get back to my boat, if I can.
Yeah.
Acrobatics again?
So with this though, your move action was used to get up, so you're kind of in the boat. So you're attacking or you're nothing.
Can't you use your action for movement?
Oh, you're looking to like double move kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so then if you wanted to, you can try and get back into the boat then.
Acrobatics?
Yes, give me another one of them.
Going back to my boat.
All right, good. With that check, you're able to like jump over, and you know you're kind of uneasy at first. The boat kind of rocks a little bit since it's just you now in there, but you are able to maintain your footing.
Cool. I'm just gonna keep my boat next to his boat for now. I've got my eye on this git.
All right. Then Moonpoon, it is going to be your turn.
Can I get to the bag? That's the big question. Can I grab the bag? Or maybe I've had another idea. Can I grab Orchid and she can grab the bag? Like, can we play our turns simultaneously? I grab Orchid to give her like force, like to make her like move faster in the water. I'm gonna use her like a fishing rod, if that makes sense.
So
I'm gonna grab Orchid by the leg and I'm gonna propel her with enough force for her to grab the bag. I don't know if that's possible.
Well, I'm
that
already next
dramatic.
to the bag.
Yeah.
So I just need to be able to grab it.
Yeah. So maybe I'll give you the last push that you need. I don't know.
Yeah, you're basically like 10 feet above, or 15 feet above Augie at this point. And the bag was kind of like right next to her, and she just failed to grab it as she was going for it.
So I'll push her to the bag.
So your plan is to kind of like swim down and like give her a push?
Yeah, to the bag, for her to be able to grab the bag. To make it more cinematic.
So maybe then I can roll with advantage, my dexterity or something.
Yeah, give me an athletics check to see if you can get down to her. Yep, that's good enough. So yeah, you're able to swim down to her. And now describe to me what you're doing to Augie's like legs as you get down there.
I put my enormous, gigantic orc hands in her small, tiny feet, and I push them, shove them with all of my strength for her to be able to reach the bag, and probably like fall to him with so much force that they're gonna go deeper in the sea, in the lake.
Yeah, so give me a strength check.
Oh my god!
Please do not.
I hope that's not very. I hope that's gonna be a bad roll. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, so with this push, Augie, you were like directly in line with the bag, and then with this little nudge, you kind of get pushed down another 5 feet underneath the bag, which is very fortuitous because the bag descends directly to your level at the start of your turn.
I'm a genius.
You're a genius.
So you are now 20 feet underwater, right next to the bag. What do you do?
I want to grab the bag and swim upward.
All right. Give me a dexterity check to grab the bag. It will be much easier since you're not doing any kind of furious movement to get there.
And also, like, hopefully I've calmed her down a little bit by talking to her, right? Or no?
No. The bag is still furiously, like, flailing all over the place.
Poor girl. No.
A 6. So fortunately,
why can't I grab this stupid bag?
no, fortunately, it's good enough at this point. You're right there. So you're able to grab a hold of the bag.
Does that count as my movement? I mean, not sorry. My does that count as my action?
Correct. So you can still move.
Okay. So I can't shoot myself upward though. So I'll just swim at my regular speed, I guess, because since that was my action, I can't use my cantrip, right?
Correct.
So
And
I'm gonna grab her and I'm gonna move up.
Yeah, your traditional swim speed is going to be 12 feet. Give me a athletics check. Oh yeah. So with this, Augie's able to hold onto the bag and start like pushing herself upwards, dragging the bag with her. And she's able to swim up 12 feet. You are only 8 feet below the surface at this point.
Use my telepathy again to say, I've got you. We're getting you out of this water.
And with that, it'll be Saya's turn. Round 5. What will you do? The bag has been underwater for probably about like 45 to 60 seconds at this point.
So I'm not happy about this guy. I really want to kill him, but like my friends don't seem to want me to kill things.
Think about what would Saya do in this scenario. Your friends are underwater. They don't even see you.
I know, that's the thing. It's great. I'm like, there's so many things I could do. So like, I know you said they're like rowboats, so how close together are they?
They're very close. Like when that last push from Moonpoon, like your boats actually like, almost collided, so like you're right next to it.
Could I grab the guy from where I am?
You could try and like lean over the boat and like grab him if you wanted. You're looking to like drag him into your boat or something?
No, I am looking to do a spell that requires touch.
Oh yeah, you could definitely reach out and touch him if you wanted to. You'd probably have to like lean over the boat kind of a thing, but you could definitely do that.
So I lean over the boat and I look at him and I'm like, this did not bring you good luck. It brought you me. And I'm not very good luck.
Holy shit. Is that, how much damage is that? I saw it roll twice. Is it 14 or 18?
That is 14 damage.
Okay. So, as you reach out to touch this man, and he hears your words, like, you were looking for good luck and instead it brought you me, he kind of like just dumbly looks at you. He's like, huh? And describe how inflict wounds completely obliterates this man inside the boat who had 4 hit points.
So Saya just grabs his throat and it's like, it brought you me. And
3 times.
This just sort of like black energy kind of runs up her arm and into his throat, and like all of the veins on his face go black and explode, and then he falls down dead in the boat. And then I just very calmly sit back down and wait for my friends.
Oh my god. And we didn't even saw that.
No, it's great.
It's awesome.
That was amazing. All right.
3 times he said speed. 3 times. He died 3 times.
Yeah, he was hyper dead. I was like, if Saya like breathes on this guy, he's gonna explode. So,
And you see like splinterings jumping across the lake, like the lake turns red.
yeah, you see the head chum fall into the water, and the little fish start nipping at the like bits of man that have fallen into the water.
She's just like.
And with this, then Moonpoon, it is your turn. Augie just kind of swam a little past you with the bag at this point.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Push her to the surface. I'm gonna put my hand behind her feet. I don't know if I can reach them, and force her like to go higher to the surface of the lake, of the waters.
All right, give me a strength check. Let's see how far you shove him.
7. It's 7 really good. Yes.
With an adjusted 20, we see Moonpoon put his hands again on Augie's feet and push. And with this, Augie is pushed above the surface of the water, all the way up to the tippity top.
Okay, I thought she went flying, but okay, that's good enough.
Yeah, she goes way out of the water.
Like a whale.
She leaves the land of Strahd and now she's saved forever. And we're gonna stay, me and Saya, by our lonesome now. By them. Nice to meet you.
All right, and with this, then I will drop you out of initiative order at this point.
Cool music.
You've successfully gotten them out, and with this, then it is now your guys' turn to do whatever you want. What are you guys going to do?
Saya would see them come up and try and help them into the boat. Yeah, she would like grab the sack to like pull in, and then Augie and like help them.
As soon as I'm in the boat, I'm ripping that sack open.
Yeah, so when you rip the sack open, and Moonpoon, I assume you're like coming right behind, like you're kind of just trailing shortly behind them. Yeah. So when you rip open the sack, you do see a little child inside. Like they're not quite breathing at the moment, but you do see them sprawled out. The moment you open the sack, you just see the body kind of like lifeless inside.
So as a healer, I would know how to do CPR and stuff, right? Like bring
Yeah, you can give me a medicine check real quick.
Okay.
Boom. And with an adjusted 18, we see Augie do a improvised version of CPR on the child and like kind of like helping. And with this, you see big cough of water just like spit out from their mouth, and just hear water spewing out. Eyes completely glassed over and glazed, just who are you? And she kind of like scours to the edge of the boat.
Oh, sweetheart, are you okay? Your dad and your brother sent us to come find you.
Yes, please take me back to them.
We will. We'll go back right away. And I'll kind of just like hold her and keep her warm.
Aw.
And then I would say, the man that did this will never be a problem again.
And you notice her kind of like scanning the surroundings, and you know, you can see like again the little bits of the dude's head, like some tufts of hair like just floating in the water nearby. Augie and Moonpoon, do you do anything with this information?
Kinda shocked, trying to think like what happened, and then realized Saya was with him, and I'm trying to piece things together and think like that Saya probably brutally murdered that guy, and I wouldn't like to be in his position. So yeah, I'm gonna look impressed. Yeah.
I look at Moonpoon and I'm like, his luck ran out.
I think Augie's too focused on the little girl, I think, to worry.
I'm definitely
about
impressed by Saya, once again. That was glorious.
Popped a dude's brain. Just trying to fish. I don't know what your problem was.
I didn't approve of his good luck charm.
All right. So you have the girl on the boat. You've popped a dude's brain to bring it back to the Vistani camp. But we will leave it here. And we will see you next week on the Curse of Strahd.
GG, everybody.
That was so good.
You know,
that guy.
No regrets.
God.
No regrets.
You know what was so fun about today's episode? I literally prepped none of that shit. I didn't expect you guys to do any of that. What the fuck? I was like, here's what's gonna happen during the festival. Here's some other people that might run into.
The festival will have to wait.
If we ever attend the festival, I'm not even sure about that.
So
let's see. Let's see.
That is absolutely amazing. Well,
that's the beauty of D&D, though.
It really is. That was actually way more fun than what I was expecting to have happen. So that was kind of amazing.
I thought you guys were gonna be so pissed at me for jumping in.
Well, Saya just kind of expects you to go help the innocents at this point.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay. And she doesn't like children being hurt. That's the only thing Saya can say is a good thing about her, is like, children are innocent and should be kept such.
Man. Well, there you have it. Thanks for all folks who tuned in. Thank you for jumping into the earlier stream. We greatly appreciate it. But we will see you next week. Same time, same place. Deb, Cal, Panos, thank you as always. We love you guys. We will see you next week. Good night, everybody. Bye.